Hello guys and welcome to the TechGlob YouTube channel. Today I'm going to show you how to configure Failover Cluster in Windows Server 2019. This is the DC machine and these are the configuration of this machine, Windows Server 2019, and the host name is WinServ 2K19 and IP address is 150 range. Okay, in this machine we have a joined two additional server for creating the cluster failover server. Okay, and go to the second server. This is node 1. Okay, these are the configurations and the host name is node 1 and IP address is 150 range. Okay, and we can check on the third server node 2. This is the configurations and host name node 2 and the IP address is 152 range. This is very important settings. As an IT administrator, you must know the configuration of failover cluster. Okay, all right, now I'm going to install the askanything server before installing the Windows Server failover cluster. Okay, first of all, I'm going to the server manager and click on the add roles and features and click next and next, and I'm going to expand the file and storage services, expand the file and askanything services, and scroll down. Here you can see askanything target server. Click on that and click next and next, and restart the destination server automatically if required. I'm going to click yes and install. Just wait for a couple of seconds, okay, until the installation complete. And the installations succeeded. Close this, and after the installation I'm going to the configurations, okay, and go to the file and storages and click askanything, and here to create an askanything virtual disk, start the new askanything virtual disk wizard. Click on that, and here I'm going to create the virtual disk, install in the C drive. Click next. Here I'm going to give the name virtual D1. Okay, and click next, and I'm going to assign the 10 GB dynamically expanding. Click next, and the storage 1. Okay, this is the specified target name, and I'm going to add the server IP address of node 1. Okay, 192.168.60.151 is the node 1, the first server. Okay, and click add again. I'm going to choose the IP address and enter the IP address of the node 2. Okay, here I'm going to type 192.168.60.152. okay, click OK, and we have added both server, and click next and leave that and create, and click close, and we have created one virtual disk. Okay, 10 GB. I'm going to create one more, the new askanything virtual disk. Click on that and click next. Here I'm going to give virtual D2. okay, virtual D2, and click next. Here I'm going to enter the 20 GB dynamically expanding. Click next and choose new askanything target and next, and I'm going to type here storage 2 and click next and add again. I'm going to enter the IP address of node 1 192.168.60.151 and go to add again, select IP address 192.168.60.152. okay, this is the node 2 server. Alright, I'm going to click next and continue next and create. And now we have created 10 GB and 20 GB the virtual disk. Okay, I'm going to the disk management. After the virtual disk configurations, we need to configure a node 1 server. Let's go to the node 1 server and log in now. Go to the server manager and here go to tools and select askanything initiator. Click yes, and in the askanything initiator properties, you have to enter the server IP address 192.168.60.150 and click connect and connect again, and the second one connecting. Okay, now go to the volumes and devices and auto configure. Alright, now we have a connect. Then go to the disk management, type disk mgmt.msc. okay, and now you can see we have created 2 virtual disk, okay, in the server. I'm going to click online and right click and online, and here you have to initialize disk. Okay, select MBR and click OK and come to the second disk or anywhere. Now after that, in the 10 GB I'm going to right click and create a simple volume. Okay, and click next, 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 and next, finish. And come to the second disk and create a simple volume. Next, 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 and continue next and finish it. Go to the File Explorer, and this is the virtual disk we have created inside the server. Alright, and go to the second node, enter the password, and the same procedure we need to follow on the node 1. Okay, go to the server manager and go to tools, askanything initiator, click yes, and connect the server IP 192.168.60.150 and click connect, connect again, connect, and done. Go to the volumes and devices and auto configure. Okay, and click OK and go to the run command, type disk mgmt.msc and same the steps we have to follow, and right click and online, right click the second disk online And now go to this PC. Here you can see the virtual 2 disk is visible in the second node server. And after that, go to the server manager on the node 1 and go to the add roles and features and click next, 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 and next. Find the failover cluster. Okay, select that, add features, next, and restart the destination server automatically if required, and click yes and install. The same steps we need to follow the second server, the node 2. Go to the add roles and next, next, failover cluster, add features, next, and select. And go to the node 1, still under process the installation. Wait for a couple of seconds. Now the node 1 server installation has been completed. I'm going to close this. Okay, here we need to configure the failover cluster. Go to the tools and select failover cluster manager. I'm going to click that. And now we have the failover cluster manager. Before the installation, we need to validate the configuration, both server ready to create cluster configurations. So this is very good features from Microsoft. And the both server node 1 node 2 is ready to create a cluster. Before that, we can check the test and all, and click next. Type node 1 and type here node 2 and click next, and run only test I select and continue next, next. Wait for a couple of seconds. And now we have successfully tested all the configuration. Now everything passed. Some warning is there, leave that and continue the finish. I'm going to create a cluster. Click on the cluster and click next. Here I'm going to type the node 1. Okay, click add. I'm going to click next. The second option I'm going to choose, no, I do not require support from Microsoft for this cluster, and click next. And here I'm going to give the name Office Admin. Okay, and type the IP address of the cluster 155. Okay, click next and next and finish it. Now we have successfully installed. This is the full name, officeadmin.techglob.local. Here I'm going to add a nodes, the second server, and right click and add a node and click next. Type node 2. Okay, and click next, and add all eligible storage to the cluster. I'm going to uncheck and click next. And you have successfully added one more nodes to the cluster. Click finish. And now we need to add the storage. I'm going to expand this and right click, add a disk. Click on that. We have created the virtual disk, the 20 GB and 10 GB. I'm going to click OK. Yes, now the two disks we have added, and go to the office admin.techglob.local, and here the witness disk is not selected. I'm going to select the witness disk. Okay, go to the office.techglob.local. Okay, right click and go to more action and configure cluster quorum settings. Click on that and click next, and select the quorum witness and next, and configure disk witness. Click next and expand. You can see here, this is the storage we have created. Okay, and in this case I'm going to select the 10 GB of the virtual disk. Okay, 10 GB I'm going to select and click next and finish. Now you can see here the cluster disk 2 is a witness. Okay, and go to the storage again, and here you can see disk witness in quorum and available storage node 1. Then go to the roles, right click and configure role and click next, and here you have to select the file server. Okay, it is asking for the role features because in the server we did not install the file services. Okay, in this case we need to install the file services. Go to the add roles and features. I'm going to select the server manager and add roles and features and click next, 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 and select the file and storage services and expand, and you can see here the file server. Select on that and click next, next, and restart the destination server automatically if required. The same step we need to follow the node 2. Go to the second server, go to add roles and features, next, and go to the node 1. Still the installation going on. Wait for a couple of seconds again, and the file server and the node 1 file server is installation done. Close this and go to the failover cluster and right click configure role, click next, and this is the file server. Click on that and click next, and here you have to select the second one, the scale out file server for application data. Click on that and click next. Type my file, okay, and click next, and next, and now the second node also, the file server is done, and the first node server we have created the role, and click finish. We have created my file. In this role, I'm going to right click and add a file share. Select on that, retrieving server configurations, and select SMB share quick. Click next and next, and type the share name. I'm going to type data and click next, next, click next, and create. And the share was successfully created. Close this. After the configurations, go to the server and go to the run and type my files. Now you can see we have created my files folder visible on the server. Click on that data folder and right click. For the testing purpose, I'm going to create the text, the important, okay, and I'm going to create more files folder. Now see, we have created 3 important files. Okay, then go back to the node 1 server, and the roles you can see still running, and come to the nodes. Okay, when you come to the nodes, you can see 2 servers still up status. Okay, I'm going to right click and go to the options and stop cluster the first server manually down. Go to the officeadmin.techglob.local after the manually down the server. Then after that, check on the nodes again. You can see now the node 1 still down, the node 2 still up. Okay, the status. That means the second server still running, and go to the server, and still you can create files and any kind of documents you can create, because the node 2 server still up. Okay, that's why you can create in the folder. And I'm going to the node 1 server again. I'm going to right click and more actions and start cluster service again. Okay, now you can see here the status, and now go to the nodes again, and I'm going to manually restart the cluster again. Start cluster service. Okay, I'm going to down the second server. Okay, once the node 1 is up, we can manually down the second server and go to the domain server, whether we can still the file is accessible or not. And the second server, go to the more actions and stop cluster services. and wait for a couple of seconds. And now you can see the second server still down. Okay, the status. Go to this domain server again, and still you can browse the your files and everything. Okay, and I'm going to create the folder more. Okay, and go to the node 1, and the status still, the first server is up, the second server is down. And go to the roles, and the my file still running. Okay, this is very important settings we have created. As an IT administrator, this is very helpful for you. You must know these settings, the how to configure the failover cluster. You can add more than one nodes server, very helpful for you. And this is the way how to configure failover cluster. This is very important. As an IT administrator, you must know these settings. And thank you for watching this video. Please like and share, subscribe the TechGlob YouTube channel. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day.